Alright guys, for the second problem with the exponent review, we have 18 to the 8th power divided by 18 to the 4th power. Once again, we have the quotient rule going on for the second problem, and I will write our reminder of what the quotient rule means. The quotient rule means we need to subtract our exponents, a minus n. So here, once again, I'm just writing our rule here for our quotient rule when we have exponents. And this is quotient rule. We see division. We know division and quotient. That's the same thing. That's what they mean. So we can also rewrite, if we feel comfortable with this problem as a fraction, we just write it as a fraction. Either or, it's the same thing. We're still going to be doing the same thing. So how do we do this problem? Well, all we're going to do is subtract these exponents. We'll write our base down here, and we'll do the 8 minus 4, because even though we can do this in our heads, we want to write down all the steps to make sure that we are following all the steps correctly. So 18 minus 4 is what? You guys know that because you're so smart. 18 to the 4th power. This was a really easy one, and this was question number 2 on the quiz. Alright, on to question 3. We have simplified the following expression. Alright, this is a different rule than we've been working with for the past 2 problems. This is the product rule going on here. We have 5 to the 2nd power, parentheses, to the -1 power. You want to be thinking about distributive property when you think about the power rule. Remember, power rule is not product rule. Power rule is not product rule. You guys know I have bad handwriting, so don't make fun of me. But please remember that. Do not get them mixed up. With the power rule, we are multiplying, and with the product rule, we are adding. Okay? So the rule says for power, when we have a base to a power, you have these parentheses here, and you have a base to a power, and then you have this parentheses, this section to another power. We want to multiply the exponents. We want to multiply the exponents, so that's what we have going on here. So we have 5 to the 2nd power, and this is times 2 the -1 power. Alright, so all we have to do is rewrite, because you know I like to write my steps here. 5 to the 2 times -1. I'm going to put my little extra parentheses here. Power. Alright, 2 times -1 is what? -2. That's really easy. The only issue here is, can we leave it like this? No. We have to keep going. So, what rule is this? This is now the negative rule. And I'll write over here because I have a little bit more room over here. So we have the negative rule. And the negative rule for exponents states that when you have a number to the negative power, then you put a 1 over that number and change the power, the negative power, positive. So look at what we have here. We have 5 to the -2 power. We need to put a 1 over this 5 and do what? Change this -2 to a positive. And that's very easy. Just switch it to positive. So we have 1 over 5 squared. The issue with this problem was that I did not give you any answer choices that was exponent. It was not like the first problem that asked you to simplify the following expression into a single exponent. This problem just says simplify the following expression. And of course, to make it more difficult for you, because that's what you should expect on the milestones, they gave you answer choices that was not in this form. But it's very easy to simplify this problem. All you have to do is use what you know about exponents. 5 squared. What does 5 squared mean? Well, 5 squared means 5 times 5. 5 times 5 equals what? 25. So 5 squared equals 5 times 5, which equals 25. So let's reduce then. Let's go ahead and simplify this. We know that 5 squared equals 25. So we just write 1 over 25, which was an answer choice given on the quiz. Alright, so for our next problem we have find an expression equivalent to the one shown below. We have 9 to the 5th power times to the 7th power divided by 9 to the 35th power. 9 to the 5th power, we have our parentheses, and this quantity, this whole little bit right here is to the 7th power. This whole piece right here is to the 7th power divided by 9 to the 35th power. Remember, sometimes we will get problems that have multiple rules within them. So let's start with the power rule. Let's make this easy. We don't want to try to do the quotient rule with all this going on. We need to get this as one single exponent. So remember with the power rule, we have a number to a power equals the powers times each other. So we have a to the m, this is to the nth power, so that means we have to do m times n. We have to multiply the exponents, these powers. Okay, so we have right here, we have 9 to the 5 times 7. That's a multiplication sign, that dot right there. 9 to the 5 times 7. Let's bring down everything. Let's bring it down. Okay, let's keep track of our steps. 9 to the 5 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. So, bring it down again. We have 9 to the 35th power divided by, because we're bringing this down, 9 to the 35th power. Okay, so this is now quotient rule. And quotient rule says what? Quotient rule says that when we have exponents divided by each other, that we need to subtract them. M minus n. So all we have to do is subtract them. 35 minus 35 is what? 0. So that means we now have, and don't forget your base, 9 to the 0 power. Now we are on a third rule. So we have power rule, we have the quotient rule here, and now we have the 0 rule. 0 rule says a number to the 0 power will always equal 1. So we have 9 to the 0 power. Any number to the 0 power always equals 1. And that is our final answer for this problem.